Hello everyone, my name is Corey Dennis. I am a fourth year student at the University of Maine and I am currently studying mechanical engineering. I would like to introduce to you today the Subaru Impreza WRX. I was introduced to this myself by playing Need for Speed games, Forza Motorsport, all kinds of video games. So yeah, that's kind of how I like it, and I'll show you one of the video games I played was called Dirt 3, and in Dirt 3 you can play as this guy right here. This is Ken Block. He is a very famous rally car driver. He invented the Gymkhana. Gymkhana is, just a quick talking about it, it's like a circuit where you drift around certain things and whoever makes it around fastest wins. So enough talking about like introduction to this. I kind of want to get into the history of it. So in 1993, this is also a rally car, but it looks a little different from the other one, as you can see. This is a 1993 WRX. It was the first Subaru to be created. It was intended to be called the Subaru Loyale. I do not know the reasoning. I know nothing behind it, but I'm pretty glad they did not go with the Loyale because I think the Impreza sounds kind of cooler. But the Impreza is driven by a flat-six boxer engine. This is a very distinct engine. Not a lot of vehicles have this type of engine. Actually, basically none have this type of engine. It's very different in sound. It has like a deep tone and it kind of rumbles a little differently than most vehicles. In perspective of showing how this is average, how like it's not a special vehicle for like the time of it, it only produced 155 horsepower. And like I was saying, the perspective, my car has 140 horsepower. So it's not a powerhouse. It's more like an average type of vehicle. But that all changed in 1994. In 1994, they introduced this vehicle right here. It's just kind of an amped up version of a Subaru. It is an STI. The STI stands for Subaru Technica International. And it's basically a tuned engine. It's souped up. It produces around 271 horsepower. And it's just crazy how you can go from your 150 to the old version to 271 horsepower. It's absolutely crazy. And I just kind of want to show my personal favorite, like, body style for a Subaru. That Subaru would be this body style. This body style was introduced in 2004. 2004, they produced 300 horsepower. Now, these motors that they're producing now with STIs are no longer naturally aspirated. Naturally aspirated means no turbocharger, it's all off of the engine. It's pure engine, but they're basically turbocharging most vehicles nowadays because it gets better gas mileage, you get a lot of different things. The only bad thing about a turbocharger is you always have a turbo lag. A turbo lag is when you get into a throttle. It's so hard to explain to people who aren't car people. When you get into the throttle, you want power right there. When you do not have the power right there, and it takes just that little bit of hesitation, that little bit of hesitation is called a turbo lag. So, just a little information about that. Now to go back just a couple years from the 2004 Subaru, we have the 2002 Subaru, which is called the Bug-Eye Subaru. If you look at the headlights, I'll kind of go a little closer, kind of resembles a bug-eye, so that's how they got the nickname of a bug-eye. This Subaru has the same engine as the 2004, same 300 horsepower and everything. The only difference is body style and suspension upgrades and newer. As you can see from that to the car that I enjoy the most, it looks like the headlights are different, just body aspects. So, where are they going today? Subaru is now created, or has now created, this. This was the 2011 edition. Once again, headlights changed, and now it's more, they gear it more towards the hatchback. And Ken Block actually switched over to the hatchback. Remember, Ken Block is the rally car driver. He switched over to the hatchback. I mean, now he's driving a Ford Fiesta. I'm not a huge fan of that, but he is now driving a Ford, which is kind of weird, because Fords are not really known for all-wheel drive, so they actually had to personally refix all that. Anyway, I'm getting a little sidetracked here with the cars. And today, this is what it's looking like. Very, very different. So, it's crazy how vehicles change over time. All Subarus that are a 2004 and above are 6-speed manuals, and the Bug Eyes are a 5-speed manual. And that's kind of good because, I mean, if you're in town, you can save gas by having it in a higher gear, or if you want some power, you got it there too, you can drop a gear. But, like, the gas with these vehicles, with the turbo and all that, I mean, it's still not that great. They get, like, 16 to 22 miles to the gallon. My car gets, like, 17 to the gallon, so it's not that good. I mean, it's a performance vehicle, it's got a lot of stuff, but, I mean, you can't win in every single aspect, like, when you make a vehicle, so. But that's just a little introduction on the Subaru, and I thank you guys for listening to what I have to say, and maybe I'll have some of you guys looking up Gymkhana videos, which would be kind of cool. You guys should check it out. There are 5 of them out, and there's actually another one coming out very soon. They're very interesting to watch. Type in YouTube, Gymkhana, and you'll have a blast watching it. Maybe you'll fall in love with the Subaru just as I did. Thank you.